Well, that was a bit much. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrity couples that went too far. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at famous couples who have made a display of themselves with crazy antics or over-the-top drama.
Everybody's moved on.
That's cool, bro.
Except you guys.
Yeah.
We'll also be considering couples who moved way too fast with disastrous results. We're keeping things somewhat lighthearted though, and won't be considering couples where murder was potentially involved, like Sid and Nancy. Number 10, Cardi B and Offset. As of December 2018, this couple had officially split, but before that, their relationship was a whirlwind. They started dating in early 2017, though they didn't officially confirm it until months later, and by July, Offset was buying her extravagant gifts, like a $60,000 chain. By October of the same year, Offset was proposing to her in a very public way with a ring that reportedly cost $500,000, though they later revealed that they had actually gotten married a month earlier. Since then, the two have had a child together and gone through cheating scandals. Who could forget Offset interrupting Cardi's set asking her to take him back? Who knows what they'll get up to next? Number 9, Jon and Kate Gosselin. Ah, how fame can change people. When we first met Jon and Kate Gosselin, they were a wholesome couple featured on the Discovery Channel and eventually on TLC, who got their own reality show because of their sextuplets and twins.
Can you say house?
At first, it was all diaper changes and temper tantrums, but eventually the couple became tabloid fodder when they split and then had a long and drawn-out custody battle.
It was really working for us, and I just feel like it ended so suddenly, and I feel like it's been taken from us. From me and the kids.
They may have once been sympathetic figures, but in recent years, we totally got over their story. Honestly, the drama is tired, and we don't even want to read the headlines anymore.
I've learned my lesson, and I learned that it was not a good thing, and I just do need to say that in all of this heat, the kids were not present, and I actually showed up and cried. I didn't even say a word.
Number 8, Lindsay Lohan and Samantha Ronson. This former adorable child star's steep decline has been a hard one to watch. Today, Lindsay Lohan is making strange viral videos and releasing a reality show about her beach club. But back in the late aughts, it was all about her relationship with DJ Samantha Ronson. The two clearly had a lot of problems to work out, and unfortunately often did so with the paparazzi watching.
Who is that?
No.
I'm your girlfriend. No, who's this other person here?
They had countless, very public fights, and were on and off for what felt like ages before ultimately breaking up. Today, Lohan seems to only have fond feelings for her ex, though. Number 7, Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt. Where do we even start with these two? Heidi and Spencer started dating on the hills, and the drama of their relationship quickly became what people tuned in for week after week.
That's Heidi from Heidi.
That's so rude.
We should have known from the start that this would be a wild ride, especially considering how Heidi handled that pregnancy scare. Their fights were epic, but anyone watching with a skeptical eye would surely worry that their relationship is a deeply troubled one that maybe we shouldn't have enjoyed so much.
I don't let her go on TV, no computers. The only thing Heidi does is read and write poetry.
Between their overly dramatic fights and the plastic surgery that left Heidi nearly unrecognizable, this couple always kept us on our toes. Now married, they continue to do so. Number 6, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. Depending on who you ask, Fleetwood Mac's album Rumours is considered one of the greatest of all time. And much of the energy behind the breakup tracks on the record were fueled by the real-life relationship between band members Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, who were in the process of splitting at the time. Even 40 years after they initially broke up, they're still feeding us the drama when it comes to planning their latest tour.
We couldn't be together and also work together. It just didn't leave us anywhere to go. I wish all the time that it could have just worked out.
In 2018, Nick said to Rolling Stone, quote, "Our relationship has always been volatile. We were never married, but we might as well have been." Number 5, Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries. Considering how old she is, Kim Kardashian already has an impressive number of marriages under her belt. Probably her most notorious is her marriage to Kris Humphries, which, as we all know, only lasted a couple of months before the two divorced.
I pronounce you husband and wife. Kris, you may kiss your bride.
Not only was their marriage a short-lived one, but there were also plenty of rumors abounding that the entire thing was simply a misguided publicity stunt of some sort, and that their relationship wasn't real to begin with.
We don't do anything for ratings.
Considering how over the top their TV wedding was, the fact that it may all have been a sham is pretty embarrassing. Number 4, Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. Much has been said about this classic Hollywood actress and her many marriages, but we're going to focus on just one of them in the century. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton met while filming Cleopatra, and though they were both married at the time, the two eventually got together. Their relationship was always a tumultuous one, often featuring in celebrity news at the time, with both of them admitting to their frequent blowout fights.
Did you really think I was going to kill you, Martha?
You kill me, that's a laugh.
Well, now I might someday.
They divorced after a decade together, but then remarried a year later. Just a year into their second marriage, though, they divorced again. Talk about dramatic. Number 3, Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. While we said that we were trying to keep this list relatively lighthearted, this is one couple who was plagued by addiction, possible mental illness, and claims of abuse. Musicians Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown had a troubled marriage and seemed to bring out the worst in each other by all accounts. Their relationship was marked with several cheating scandals, as well as serious drug issues. Even after Houston's death in 2012, several years after their ultimate divorce, there are still a lot of questions that remain about exactly what went on behind closed doors. Number 2, Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie. This pair makes celebrity couples today look pretty darn tame. Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie were known throughout their relationship for being absolutely wild together. They wore vials of each other's blood around their necks. But the deeper you dive into the stories about them, the more shocking it becomes.
My favorite one in the car was today, just before we got here.
They admitted to MTV cameras that they had sex in the car just before the interview. Jolie is basically attacking Thornton's face as he tries to speak to the reporter, and don't forget that Billy Bob tattoo.
I suppose that whole time was quite a whirlwind, and that was, you know, an amazing time, and I've never been fond of it.
Considering what Jolie has been up to lately, it's pretty hilarious to look back on this time in her life. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some dishonorable mentions.
Thank you for not telling them that we...
You're welcome.
It must have been awful when they told you whose house it was.
Do you feel lighter inside?
No, I just think like some people are meant to be together and some people aren't. Even if they are good people or not, some people just aren't good in relationships together.
Number 1, Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. The couple topping our list have pretty much done it all. The sex tape scandal, the allegations and admissions of abuse, the makeups and breakups, and of course the inevitable custody battle. Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee famously got married after knowing each other for just 96 hours. The bride wore a bikini because hey, why not? Anderson doesn't exactly have a great track record with her other relationships either, considering her time with Kid Rock was just as much of a roller coaster ride. Be that as it may, she and Tommy Lee take the title.
I was a big fan of your Tommy Lee sex tape.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No.
It's fantastic.
Stop.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.